All right, baby. Give it a minute or so, and Nick will get in here, and we'll go from there, everybody. I just wanted to show Nick something. He could have looked it up, but we were having a good discussion. So, and I was in his side chat. So, I mean, it is what it is. I know it's a lot earlier there. That's probably him now. He'll grab that link. He'll be up here in a moment. You know, he guaranteed me today any shenanigans of crazy shit won't happen. So I trust Nick. You have to trust people to an extreme, obviously. So, boss lady, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, but oh, how's the drama? No drama here right now, please, please. We ain't trying to have this all blown out of proportion now. I'm gonna talk to Nick. I gotta talk to Nick for a few minutes. Nick's all right. I like Nick. See, not everybody likes who Yeah Man likes, and then there's always, oh my God, he likes that person, and oh, it is what it is. Yeah, I know, Mad Kiwi. I know. Oh, at least I got like an overabundance of Canadian. I love my Labatt Blues at this point. Even though Yeah Man doesn't drink a lot. Who knew all these people were going to show up? Let me tweet this out. Even, how bad could it get? But links in the description, Nick. That's for you, buddy. Well, he's gonna come on up. He's supposed to. He's supposed to come on over here. And I feel you, boss. No problem. You be safe. Don't work too hard. Send me a care package. You never know. Oh, I went live, Nick. Oh, yeah, yeah, man, it's getting tired though. But I just don't want to be out here when the sun comes up. How's that sound to everybody? Yeah, man has altered his sleep schedule some, where he sleeps in now and then just parties all evening. With yeah babies and all of that. She loves it. She loves that. She loves her daddy's man cave. Yeah, that's what it's all about. And that's what it's all about. Woo! Yup. So, late night stream, everybody. That's right. This is for you West Coasters, for the boy West Coasters. You know, hated or not hated, loved or not loved. Ah, ah. I am cracking one because then I know I'll sleep good. I know that to be sure. Anybody else? Anybody else need a cold one? Cold one while I'm getting up? You wrote Nick like you're the New York Knickerbockers. I think it's Nick, just Nick. I don't know. He told him to come on over to my channel, and still waiting for him, everybody. Oh, Nick. Link's at the top, Nick. Where you at, buddy? Burning propane here. Like hearing that sound, though. Whoosh. You know? Yep. Something like that. Mine don't say Bush, though. Mine says Canadian. But is that you, Nick? Oh man, that ain't Nick. Well, how long do I have to wait? That's the good question. We're waiting on Nick. Yep, we're waiting on Nick. All right, Nick. I guess I don't know. Are you coming? I want to show Nick what I want to show Nick. Okay, so anyway, we're just gonna do it up. I'm gonna do it my way. I did it my way. Regrets, I had a few. Yup. See, I can hook it up, everybody. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling it. I did do it my way. Yup. So All right, Nick. You know, everybody's seen this, so it ain't like I'm like on here going, "Hey, everybody, let me show you something really cool that you ain't never seen before." No, that's bullshit too. So this is everybody has YouTube. Everybody has this icon over here, you know, that opens up their channel. My YouTube channel, and then look at that, 100, you know, just over 1,000, you know, because yeah, man's trying to be cool like that. Cool like that. I'm cool like that. But here it is. You come right here and you click this button over here. And this was what I was going to show you there, Nick. All right. You click that right there and it changes. It changes. It changes to a Trans Am video with over 12,000 views. It changes to a Jersey Mike's video with almost 8,000 views. But look right next to it from 3 days ago, ladies and gentlemen. 8 minutes and 44 seconds. Anonymous. 7.1K. 7,100 and change right now in only 3 days. And I've had multiple YouTubers come to me and say, "Yeah, man, how'd you do that?" Can't really tell you. Maybe Yeah Man is anonymous. Or maybe Yeah Man's got something to do with anonymous. Or maybe Yeah Man's just looking at the right articles and the right things that deal with anonymous, everybody. So I really don't want to get into it. It is what it is. Videos getting hits. I do believe in a lot of things Anonymous says and does. I don't agree with everything, but you need to have that kind of thing out there. So it is what it is, you know, and that's what Yeah Man is what it is. Hey, Nick, come on up. Let me see what he's talking about, ladies and gents. He's asking me on whose channel though? Oh, okay. All right, hang on, I'm getting there. I'm gonna pull up my chat, yeah, my stream, and then I'm gonna go to your channel. Hang on, I'm getting there. Through my channel, you know, and here we go. You with the cowboy hat on? Uh, oh, okay. Hat. Gotcha. 64 rumors. Rumors. Do you want me to play rumors, or are you coming up on panel? I'll put the link out there again. Then we can look at your channel together. How about that? I got you. Well, if you're saying I have permission, I wouldn't expect you to strike me. Would you like to join me though, and we can critique this together? But top of the chat, I'll put the link out again for you. I figure you'd come up on panel and we could do this together. I like your content. I listen to your content. That doesn't mean I agree with every single thing, but I get the views. I mean, I don't get like not meaning YouTube views. I mean, I get your views. You know, howdy, give me a wave and then I'll bring you up. Howdy, how you doing, Howdy?
Hey, it's me. Can you hear me?
How?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you. All right, all right. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
All right. It's hard because this
Nice car.
computer, I don't even know where the microphone is at. So I just kind of
You know
aim
what?
my
Mine's like
voice.
that.
Yeah, I just kind of
Would
aim
you
my
believe my
voice at the
laptop's like
center of the
that?
screen.
Yeah. Can you believe my laptop's like that?
Yeah, it's hard when you don't
It
know
has
where
a
the mic
speaker bar that goes across the top of the keyboard, and I guarantee the mic's hidden in there.
across the top of the keyboard.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I have a
Oh, on
full.
yours, on yours.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, on mine, and it's like I think the mic must be hidden in with the speakers. So
Yeah,
as
I
you,
think that's the deal with mine is I kind of have to like aim my voice dead
you
center at the screen.
got to look at it. Yeah,
If I
All
don't
right.
look at it, you can't hear me. Like I'm turning my head just a little bit. You
Right.
probably
I
can't
get
hear
it.
me.
I get it. I get it. Because my girlfriend's walked up behind me when I'm streaming, started talking. She thought everybody could hear her. And I said to her, "Can you hear that? Can you guys hear her?" And they go, "No."
Hmm.
So Nick Holloway, that's the channel we're pulling up, everybody. So you're saying the second one I have been
No, no, no.
heavily
Third one. Third one.
Gaza Grand City government is lying.
Yeah, look at the views.
Oh yeah. Wow, congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that channel went from having like 20 subscribers to having 105 in 4 days.
Well, that's what's wild about what I was going to show you on mine. That anonymous video just like took off. You know?
That is wild. I think a lot of people like those videos from, you know what my friend Phil told me? He said people go crazy over like government corruption, government like lies and shit, like videos like that.
Absolutely.
And I don't mean federal government, I mean state and local. I mean, I'm sure a video about federal government stuff would do well too. I'm just saying I focus more on like the local level.
I understand what you're saying, and things have to change at the local level, and it's all the way I've always understood it. You know, it's the federal government tries to mandate down through. It's just how far it hits the chain of command and who wants to listen.
Right. Well, I don't know if you saw it. I was even agreeing with Jake earlier when he was saying that the federal government kind of may need to step in and make some of these like regulations for the coronavirus or whatever kind of stricter nationwide instead of letting state governments take it into their own hands and go state by state. This is never going to be over if we do it like that. It's going to drag
Right.
on for
I see
18
what you're
months.
saying. We need a countrywide shutdown. No one's to move.
And it would be nice if all of the local governments would just do it on their own without having to have like FEMA and like the National Guard and like like the federal government step in at a local level. All these
There,
people that are like, it's just the flu. No, it's SARS. It's severe upper respiratory disease or like South Asian respiratory syndrome.
I've actually watched some videos about a Harvard professor that was arrested by the FBI with ties to there's I guess a
Bro,
college in
that was
Wuhan.
that was a video I shared.
Okay, then I saw it through you. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Isn't
That's
that
great.
they arrested 3 people, 2 of them were Chinese,
Now,
one of them was a Jewish American person, and the Jewish American guy was a Harvard guy, and I guess that they arrested him trying to smuggle vials of
yes,
biochemical.
that's what your the article said. Yep, I remember reading it.
Is that
And oh,
not
the
wild?
video, the video. I'm actually looking for something. I want to ask you if you have heard of and seen, and I'll read through it with you for a minute. And you kind of do know about this stuff because you have talked about CEOs stepping down, going into hiding, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, it kind of reverts to that. I'm just looking for it so I can open it up. It's in my Facebook. That's the problem. I'm in here looking for somebody that sent it to me
The
so I can.
woman here in Arizona who was in charge of the coronavirus response, like
Yes.
she stepped down yesterday, and said that the reason she was stepping down from her position was because her job was quote unquote duplicative. I don't even like. I guess there's a lot of people doing the same shit or something. Kind of
Right.
weird.
Well, it was they're trying to this guy's trying to say that there is no true virus. Intel update real news. This was from March 15th and it says via email coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic there is no virus. Public notice. And then it goes on to talk about 56,000 troops in Europe. 56,000 troops are in Europe for a mass. Now let me see. I can probably screen share this with you actually through goddamn Facebook. Let me go in here real fast. If I can get the actual article up. I should be able to. We can look at it together, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is actually like it breaks down. It talks about all these CEOs that moved on, and then it talks about him wearing see, it contradicts things because he wore a yellow flag when he went to India. He got off at Air Force One wearing a yellow flag, and everybody says it meant something, and there's a bunch of shit behind it.
Well, did you hear what he said today about how the next 2 weeks are going to be very, very painful?
Yeah, people are going to die, and we understand that.
So I would not doubt that YouTube is going to be gone for 3 years like they were rumoring.
What, it's just going to disappear?
I think they may take it down for maybe starting tomorrow or today. Wait, it's April 1st already. They said in an article, I think from NBC or something, that YouTube was just one big competition for the best live stream video, and that the competition was going to end in 2023, but from the 31st of March until sometime in 2023, they were going to shut their doors. I
Okay.
guess it didn't happen.
Gotcha.
We made it through the YouTube apocalypse. You know, like a Y2K, everyone thought the world was going to end in Y2K.
Yes.
Well, I guess YouTube just pulled a prank on us this April Fool's.
Jay the Silencer sitting in the background. He doesn't understand this is a political deal right now. What's up, Jay the Silencer? Yeah, he might come up. I might let him up. Let me pull this, though. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to look at this together, Nick. Because this is actually pretty interesting. Y'all ignore anybody listed on the side there. I don't know those people anyway. It's just Facebook bullshit that they show you all the time.
Yeah.
But you can see that, right, Nick?
Yes.
All right. So it basically starts out talking about there is no virus, public notice. You know, so you start reading through it. It talks about 6,000 troops are in Europe for a mass arrest collab. Then it starts talking about the World Health Organization in New York was raided. Military ops have started in America, and arrest numbers are expected to hit over 500,000 worldwide.
Where are they going to be arrested?
Well, that's the point of locking everybody down. It's people that have committed treason to the government. So
hey, if Boss 10, if Boss 10, if
I'm
that
not
chick
even
wants,
looking at the side chat right now.
yeah, I was looking at the side chat. If Boss 510 wants to come up, that's fine. She can come up. I'm going to get off then. I don't want to deal with her. She's a squeaker. I don't like it.
Hey, what's being said? Hey, what's up, Coach Hazel? Everybody, would you let me come
I
up?
will.
Well,
I will.
I'm actually just trying to talk to Nick right now about this stuff.
Yeah, she wants to come up and call my wife a whore and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want that right now. I'm trying to talk some political business here with Nick right now, everybody. I don't want to chase anybody off right now. That's not what Yemen always is trying to do. I mean, I do let people go at each other for a certain, extreme, but I'm not always trying to run off my panel, But let's get back to
get
this.
off my fucking dick, Boss 510. Please just stop following me around. Honestly, you try and go on every panel that I'm on, and you just spit this grotesque stuff about my wife.
Well, she is new to my channel, so
piss off.
All right, relax now, everybody. But it lists all these CEOs that have stepped down from all these major corporations. They claim they're going into hiding. Public notice by, ta-da, Anonymous. Rig for red means troops change over their red lights on their gun sights and equipped right before attacking the enemy, so the enemy won't see them coming. So according to that, they have different color lights on their scopes for their lasers.
Infrared. Hey, dude, it's infrared. It's heat seeking.
Okay.
Rig for red is it's like a heat sensitive sight.
Okay, that's what they're talking about then. They're switching over to that.
Yeah, so they can attack you in the darkness.
Yep.
It's okay. A lot of my friends have goggles that they can see in the dark too, but it's green.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen those too. Yes, yes. So it says this means mass arrests, and we know this is going to happen worldwide. So they need a cover, to restrict travel and get people prepared to have an interruption in supplies while the financial while a financial reset and the arrests occur.
Mm.
Trump is trying to tell the American people to be prepared under the gist of a pandemic.
Oh, they're trying to pretend, yeah, like a guise. It's like a sneaky way of like getting a backdoor in.
Yes. So to start, and this is a lot of this shit's kind of weird because I work for the auto industry, okay? And when you talk about the stock market and stuff, and you talk about the automobile bailouts, Nick, I work for Ford Motor Company, and the CEO at the time said, "We will be fine. We don't want your money." The Ford Motor Company took no money for a bailout. Chrysler, General Motors, bailouts. And because of the bailouts, Chrysler and General Motors stock became worth a lot more than the Ford Motor Company stock. We are in a totally different stock bracket. That understands anybody.
No, I totally get it.
Yep. My stock is worth trash right now. We're talking like dollars. So
Yeah.
the stock market needs to adjust down in order to do a complete reset and move us back to a gold-backed currency and get rid of the Fed. The
That's
stock
good.
market has been falsely inflated for a while.
That's good, dude, actually, because all of these companies, not Ford, but a lot of these companies that are like worth trillions and trillions of dollars are really only worth billions or millions of dollars. And it's actually gonna help bring us back to the gold standard, which we're currently in the federal banking reserve system, which means that for every dollar that they print out, they only have 9 cents worth of gold for. So if every American collected their notes, their receipts, their money, and took it to the banks at the same time and demanded that we get our gold back for the receipt for the gold that we have, the banks would owe 9 times as much gold to the people as they have. They are ripping us off. They are printing out money like crazy.
I added Jay to the panel, but then I
Like
muted him.
let's say, yeah, man, here's a better way to explain that. Let's say the bank has $1 million worth of gold in their reserve, right?
Correct.
They will print out $9 million worth of cash and circulate it.
I understand the premise of you go to the bank with $1,000 and they take 900 of your $1,000 and lend it out to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when someone walks into a branch these days with a check for $35,000, they look at you really weird and tell you it's going to take multiple days to clear because they actually have to request that money to be sent into their bank.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they have an amount because I've cashed checks for $5,000, walked out the bank the same day, but I have cashed checks for a lot more than that. And they've asked me can you come back in 3 days?
Yeah, I mean, well, back 20 or 30 years ago, it was way different, but it was still messed up.
So remember, I believe this article is from March 15th, everybody. Or actually, no, I'm sorry, way before March 15th. I wondered if there was a date on this. I'd have to look. But it says the coronavirus is a perfect crisis to make a lot of it work. Travel will likely shut down for a brief period, and maybe all schools and universities will shut down so kids are safe with their parents when the arrests occur. We could even have a period of martial law to suppress opportunities for looting and riots. And everybody does know, just hearing that quote, for looting and riots, that in some of the major cities across the United States, the National Guard has been sent in to be in place just for this reason.
Right.
And we already know it. We've seen trains with the trucks and all the stuff and all of that. So you can't say it's not happening. You know, people are being strategically placed throughout the United States. There's even a post up on my plant website saying if you are what's the word? You know, you're a reservist and you get activated. If you get activated, here's the phone number to call, let labor relations know immediately, because if you get activated, I believe the company has to pay you and not unemployment. So it's like a totally different deal, you know, and they put that out there about people being activated. Yep. Keeping people away from large crowds minimizes false flags, mass shootings, and other catastrophic events. Can't have a school shooting if the kids aren't in school. Having a coronavirus crisis allows POTUS, I think I said that right, POTUS, to shut down our borders so Homeland Security and our National Guard can focus on keeping peace.
POTUS is President of the United States.
Okay, thank you. I wondered what, you know, I don't, acronyms, I hate them.
I've been doing this for so fucking long, man.
Like I find, you know, CV, coronavirus, duh.
That took me a while too. When I first started hearing
just,
CV, I was like, what is that? Some kind of like, I don't know.
I thought they were referencing a person with their initials, and I'm like, who are they talking about in this article earlier? And then I realized it was myself. So it says, President of the United States said everything with the coronavirus will be over by April. Well, today's April 1st. That didn't happen. So this like debunks what's going on right now. A lot of this article gets debunked. But then again, there's more to be said. He said
there's a little truth to every lie.
Correct. And things that we haven't gotten that far in the article yet to get it all out there. So there's more to it that's understandable. Even AOC going over to she went to JFK Airport or LaGuardia to confront an ICE agent that was transporting teenagers, you know, that are being sent back to their country and this and that. Yeah, so she actually went during a whole lockdown to confront this gentleman that was transporting 6 or 7 teenagers, you know, and that's his job, you know, to transport them through the country as they get them set up to be sent back, you know. And she had to come and get into the airport. And, you know, if you ain't got a plane ticket, you're only supposed to go so far through security. But somehow she was past security and she actually confronts him.
Oh, she's a Democrat.
Yep, she's a Democrat. Yep.
So they basically, these Democrats are more so politically activated than we are. And they know each other's faces. They know each other's names, especially these Congress people and senators. So
yes,
I'm sure that they recognized her and paid her dues, actually.
Yep. All right.
I think she looks like E.T. I think she looks like an extraterrestrial, or like the movie E.T. Extraterrestrial.
Who's that? Nancy Pelosi?
No. AOC.
Oh yeah.
With the big eyes.
Oh, I see. Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah, they bug eyes. They'll look at you really big eyed. Yes.
She looks like E.T. when he was hiding in the closet wearing the girl clothes.
So it says India had a full-on celebration when the president of the United States visited. It is because he has struck a deal with India to start producing many of the things we were having China produce cheaply. And it will help India a lot. Many think China's leaders is in on it with Trump. That makes sense. Many think China's leaders is in on it with Trump. That's what it says, everybody.
I doubt that Trump wants to work with the Communist Chinese Party.
I think they're done with it, and it's just it's just safety, and they don't follow restrictions correctly. I mean, I could be right or wrong, but just like everything in general, how many years did they have lead paint on toys and found out we were being poisoned and shit like that? You know, that kind
The
of thing.
United States has their own little things they've done too, like Bayer. You heard about Bayer distributing, for some
The,
reason, HIV laced aspirin to Africa. They
oh
shipped
wow. Well,
AIDS laced
that's
Tylenol.
a crazy thing. That's a crazy thing.
And then you got, I mean, if you want to go further back, we did the smallpox on the Native Americans. Oh, yeah, man, you're muted.
Am I? No, I'm good.
Oh, I thought you didn't say
No,
anything.
I didn't say anything. I hadn't said anything. I was just waiting. So basically, it goes on to say when Trump visited China, he was taken for the Forbidden City, and he has never been, and that has never been done before with another world leader, likely to have complete privacy to plan. China has a deep state too. They are teamed up with our CIA and the deep state bad actors, Clinton's, Biden's. Oh, he just Frontstein, Forstein, Romney, and others. Doug Collins, Mac, the Ted Cruz, Matt Ginsta, I don't know some of these names. Ted Cruz, Mike Pence, Mike Pombo, Pompey, and Mark Meadows were supposedly exposed to the coronavirus. What better way to explain their upcoming absence in DC than quarantine at their homes? Q really told us when the mass arrests happen. President of the United States will safely out will be safely out of the country. See, well, Pence got tested, and his wife also, and they both tested negative.
And Nancy Pelosi, do you know who that is?
Oh yeah, she was around that woman.
She was around that woman. She may catch it. And she's like 80 years old. She's been the
Yeah, that
one who's
means we're
been
gonna have a
coming
new
for Trump
speaker
with
in the
the
House.
impeachment.
Yeah, that means we'll have a new speaker of the House real soon.
She's a traitor, man. She said that Trump should be impeached for withholding aid to Ukraine, but then she was the one attempting to withhold aid from the United States for this virus.
Just now, that's right. By sneaking all that bullshit in that bill.
Yeah. Traitor.
Yep, I totally agree with that. They held things up. I don't think the Lincoln Library needed $35 million right now.
Nah.
So
no way.
Nope.
And there's think about this, dude. Schools closed. All these other places closed, right? But abortion clinics are still wide open.
There's a lot of things that are open. It's really weird.
I wish I could find that tweet I was looking at earlier. Somebody said all the things that are closed, and then abortion clinics are still open, and it literally just makes no sense. Like, if they're going to have all of these other things that are closed that are like seemingly more important than abortion clinics, but hey, whatever. I guess we can't go back to the age of the wire hanger.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. The Citizen Ruth days.
Yeah.
But remember that movie?
Citizen Ruth?
Yeah, the huffer. She was like a paint sniffer.
No, but when you say wire hangers, it reminds me of Mommy Dearest beating.
Yeah, I hate wire hangers.
Oh yeah, and then the little girls telling her brothers, "No, go back, strap yourselves in. She'll beat you too." Who the fuck straps their kids to bed? Yeah, and then they knew how to take the straps off anyway, so that made no sense anyway. So they go on to talk about how Guantanamo Bay has been upgraded, and the upgrade is complete. Now they can actually put people that are true people. Quarantine centers have been all set up in areas where the concentration of sealed indictments are the highest.
Indictments
are the highest.
Court date. or here like an indictment is like you have to answer for something.
Yeah. This explains why the barbed wire slayed inward at the quarantine centers seen on the video. So they're actually, setting this up a certain way.
Well, I'll tell you,
They,
I got in a little dispute with the management at the Walmart near my house
yeah.
because of that video that I made that I showed you that got 8,000 views. So technically, I'm banned from my local FEMA center.
Meaning your Walmart.
Yeah, they can't take me. If they try and take me to Walmart, I say no, I won't go in there. I can't go in there. I'm banned. I get
I
banned from a
understand.
lot of places, bro.
That's very interesting. Very interesting.
Not even on purpose. It just fucking happens.
Then, it goes on to talk about down here how Trump has replaced many of Obama judges and the others who would not do the right thing when the mass arrests occur. Took a long time to get them confirmed and placed strategically when they will be needed. He has the majority of the scouts. What's that one supposed to mean?
I'm gonna
SCOTUS.
look that one up. I don't even know the definition. I don't even know that one.
Yeah, I mean it's another acronym. Everybody.
All right, it is
I remember just.
the Supreme Court of the United States.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's true because everybody gave him a hard time when he put that guy in right when he got in office. What the hell was his name? Skelly something. Scalise?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yes.
Scalise.
Scalise. That's it. Yep.
Justice Scalise.
Yep. So as it goes on, it's like, all right, there has been a lot of National Guard and military equipment moved under these gestures of the state of emergency for the coronavirus. They are getting placed to help deal with the civil unrest that might occur. Yep. Arrests of groups like Antifa.
Good.
There you go. They're going to take down Antifa. They've been waiting for that. Antifa to just go crazy. So instead of your local police that just stand around, the government will be there and will just take them away. The internet, at least all social media. See, this is what Nick was just talking about. That did not happen yet, everybody. So this is kind of a debunk kind of thing in a way, We still have our internet. At least the internet, at least all social media will likely go dark. So don't panic. It won't be forever. They tested talking down specific platforms and cell service a couple of times. The CIA satellites have been shut down, so they have been blinded. Excuse me. Gina Haspel was at the last President of the United States address, smiling ear to ear. CIA directors rarely, if you ever obtain SOU
State of the
addresses,
Union.
State of the Union addresses, have you ever they're saying they usually don't even attend the addresses. Very interesting. The Queen of England was locked out of Windsor Castle briefly on Friday for the first time ever. It was a maker to tell those who follow Q that it is time. A Q post from September of 2018 read, "Castle locked. Q next read says panic UK panic DC UK DC Patriots are now in control of the UK and DC." How you like that one?
It's interesting.
Panic. So basically it. Nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. Q. Trump wrote, and here and there they talk about the tie. That's what I was talking about
I
earlier.
don't know. Yellow is like, I think that yellow means something to the Indian people, though.
Yes, it actually does. And I've had many people point that out to me. It has something to do with something that has to do with their country.
Yeah, yellow stands for knowledge and learning.
Yes,
Yellow is
but they're saying
also
it was.
yellow is also the color of spring. And remember what time of year it is.
Yep, 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 yep. But he always wore a red tie, and then
Yeah,
but
he does.
this day he wore a yellow one,
Interesting. That
and
is
it was
it, you know, if he's been doing something the same way for this long and then it suddenly changes, I'm not going to go as far as to say, oh, it's just a coincidence, because it may not be.
well, it's been painted as a conspiracy theory because it says Trump wore a bright yellow tie in India and today at the coronavirus press conference.
You know what's
You know,
weird?
this
You know
article
what's
is
weird too
good
is
three or
yellow
four weeks
has
old.
since my childhood, yellow has always been my favorite color. I was like obsessed with giraffes.
Cool.
And that's cool to me. I'm really happy that Trump is like, you know, also yellow is this color of like the authoritative right wing. Like the whole like yellow and black is the opposite of red and black, which is Antifa. So you have
Right.
like Antifa, they wear like usually red and black. And then if the patriot groups wear any bright color, it's usually yellow.
Gotcha. I don't know, Nick. It's just pretty wild, but a lot of this has changed, and I think I think there really is a virus.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. People are dying.
I
I
mean,
mean, you heard from that person they came on your panel for a minute earlier and they said they couldn't even go to, I think, their uncle's funeral or something.
yeah, yeah. Well, that was
Which is
actually, yeah,
really sad, by the way.
yep. And just in general, I know there's 3 or 4 people passed away from where I work.
But you know what? If I had relatives that were dying in Southern California and I'm already out here in Arizona and this coronavirus is happening, I'm not going over there. You know, I would like to get an invite to like a live stream, but like I'm not gonna go to California right now.
Yeah, they're right. So what they're basically saying, and as we've seen it, martial law, schools are shut down, restricted travel. We haven't lost the internet. There are supply shortages, and that's because the truck drivers are backed up. They're saying there's plenty of food in the country. That's
I don't know.
basically it.
Here's what an old lady told me at the market, and I respect older folks a lot. An old lady at the market said, "You know what? We're gonna be all right. We may not get to eat what we want to eat, but we will always have food."
Yep, that's right. Four scores. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to ignore anybody in the side chat or anything like that. But Nick and I were reading through that, and we were talking about some stuff. Now we got Jay the Silencer up here. He wanted to tell us something, everybody. Can you hear us, Jay? Well, come on off mute now, buddy, and then you can tell us what you'd like to tell us. Jay's coming to us live from California, everybody. He's got to figure out how to unmute himself, maybe. What's up, Slater? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, kill your music.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why that's even on. That should have been on. My bad. Sorry about that. I don't know why it was on.
It's probably California rap anyway. There's probably no copyright. It's all underground, probably. Now, I know Nick. You've probably never met Jay the Silencer. He's a young guy. He should belong to the drinking community. I don't know how the hell he winds up on my channel, but he's a great guy.
And
he loves a Canadian woman too.
And I got these bad boys.
Oh, God. Yep. See what I mean? That's why I said he belongs in the drinking community, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's a young guy. He's dedicated to drinking and future liver transplants, everybody.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, I record music.
And he records music,
dude.
drunk and sober. So it's pretty good to hear.
Yeah. And I record rap music. I do ASL for the deaf, and I can say, "What's up, Mike?" And I'm not going to say it fully, but I can sign it, but I will not say it.
Yeah, he uses that rap music word, but he uses it like in the correct kind of way, but then we just tell him, no, you can't say that. And we
He will tell me. He will tell me.
yep. Then we get rid of him for the rest of the night, and he comes back the next day.
Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, man. Honestly,
so what's up, Jay? Tell us what you came to tell us.
Well, here in Reading, we only got 23 cases and 1 confirmed passing so far. So which is very mild, very good because we're north of Sacramento, so like not many people are gonna know about anything north of Sacramento because they're gonna think Northern California, Sacramento Bay Area, blah blah blah, all that bull crap and everything like that, right? No, yeah. We're north of Sacramento. We're like 2 hours south of Oregon border, 3 hours away from Reno, 3.5 hours away from Humboldt County, and 2.5 hours south of Sacramento. I mean, not south, north of Sacramento. So like we're like in the epidemic center, like of the middle of it all, like of Northern California situations. But for Facebook reasons, like I just don't really follow with Facebook at all, like because I believe a lot of crap is on there is crap, in my true honest opinion. Like, but what I've been doing with my time, I've been recording rap music. I've been writing down music, even typing down music more. I've been learning the computer more. I've been even learning about the fake and the real. And I just been studying beats. I just did a Cyndi Lauper sample a while back. If anyone hasn't even seen it yet, I just made a beat with a Cyndi Lauper sample, and I still haven't got copyrighted, thankfully. And it's been there for like 3 days already. And
YouTube's probably wondering who Cyndi Lauper is.
Oh shit! No lie, you're right on that shit.
Yeah. Who the hell's Cyndi Lauper? YouTube's going.
And the thing we did is like we reversed the fucking like beat and everything like that, and so like it doesn't sound like the original song, but we used the song time after time and put it at like 106. But like honestly, I've been only following some of this shit like that's been going on, but lately I just been stocking myself up with alcohol and
gotta have that alcohol, baby,
and some of that cannabis too. So I mean,
yeah, see that he's the drinking community / prepper grower community.
And I got 5 cell phones and a tablet. Well, 6 phones and a tablet.
Yeah, he's got burner phones, everybody. Look out, he's gangster.
Okay, Weird Al, calm down.
So, Jay, do you know AC Slater in the side chat?
No, not exactly sure, no.
He was asking if you knew anybody we knew, but I wasn't going to get into it. I'd let you read it yourself.
What the hell?
We're all going to eventually have cases of COVID-19 in our area. Everybody's got it. Hell, I live in a hot spot right now. I've just been staying home very long.
Bro, when you get a chance,
sorry,
after the stream, you should check out that video on that I showed you that I got like 8.2K views.
Oh, I will.
Because I literally went. I heard a rumor that there was a coronavirus case at my local Walmart pharmacy. So I went there and I asked around, and everyone was like, no, that's not true or whatever. And then I went to customer service, and I guess I got somebody that like really trusted me or some shit. And she was she was like, yes, there was a coronavirus case and blah. So I contacted the city, and I was like, why are you guys not putting out an advisory for older folks or for sick folks that unfortunately there was an outbreak or like community spread case at the Walmart pharmacy? And they told me on a message on Twitter, they said, the city's investigated that and found it to be a rumor. But it hella wasn't a rumor. It was true.
Especially when someone tells you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They wanted to be able to businesses open inside the Walmart Supercenter, which, look, they're essential. I support their right to be open.
Yep.
However, if people came into contact with this, person who was sick, then they also have a right to know and not sit there coughing and going, no, I'm probably just getting a cold. You know, like if you're exposed to someone who's coronavirus positive, would you rather just not know, or would you rather like go, hey, for the next 2 weeks, maybe I should take it easy and watch my health?
Or, here's my thing. Like, you just self-isolate and hope it might pass. I mean, there's a lot of ways to deal with it. I mean,
Oh.
I personally would just stay the hell away from everybody. I mean, everybody got a different view on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine. He understands how long I've been away from everybody, and he's even said, I'm more than welcome to come out and visit because we're not getting together in groups of 10, 15, But when I tell my significant other that, she tells me, make sure you pack a bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go there, you ain't coming back for 2 weeks. And I'm like, no, that ain't happening.
All
Well,
right.
I don't know. Yeah, man. Do you know who Baked Alaska is? Like another YouTuber, like political guy.
No, I don't.
He was out here in Arizona. He's my only friend from Southern California that lives out here. We moved here around the same time. And I had gone and got N95 masks from the store, and I was so lucky, dude. I went to Home Depot, I think like about a month ago. And I went in there and I was like, "Do you guys have any like N95 regulator masks?" And they were like, "No, we don't have any. We're sorry." And I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go check out the shelf and look for myself." And I went and looked, and there was
And they had
nothing.
them.
There was nothing. I was walking out of the store. I said goodbye to the people behind the paint counter. I was like, bye.
That's right in the front, most of them, yeah.
They pulled out a 10-pack and they sold it to me right then and there. Like nothing. They were like, "Oh, this is the last one. We just found it." I was like, "What the hell? Like, do you guys understand? You just sold me gold, basically." So my friend,
Good
friend Bake that lives out here, I gave him an N95 respirator. I gave my 97-year-old grandmother-in-law in Southern California, I mailed her one. I mailed my mother-in-law one who's 70. I mailed my mom one who's like 60 and works at Sprouts in SoCal.
That's good. Cool, man.
So I was
cool.
And I gave one to my old lady neighbor, and I gave one to my favorite employee at the 7-Eleven over here. You know what I do with mine? I'll wear it for a day, and then I'll spray that bitch down with Lysol.
Right. I feel you.
Shit. Man, out here in Redding, thankfully, nothing's been crazy here, y'all. Like, honestly, we're fortunate because how north we are of LA. But we're
but are you staying in the house, Jay? You ain't going nowhere, right?
I only went out once today to get some more alcohol and soda.
I can't really leave too much because I may have been exposed to it. If I go out, I have to go like in open spaces, and I can't go around people, and I have to wear my mask and my gloves and my goggles because I did go to that Walmart and I was reporting on that story, so I got up close and personal with people and took photographs, and I've been to that Walmart a lot lately. So if I do
Jay,
get
you're gonna.
I'll be all right.
Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
But I don't want to get old people in I live around a lot of older veterans and old people that are just old, and I don't want them to die. It'd be very scary to suddenly lose. Imagine this, yeah, man. Imagine this. I moved here to Arizona from Southern California. This pandemic happens. All my old conservative neighbors die, and they're replaced by young California freaking millennials.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Kill me now, dude.
I don't want any young neighbors.
Yeah. Shit.
Hey Jay, you're gonna make AC Slater jealous. You know that?
Why?
he wants to probably duck away. Also,
I have no idea what that means. You gotta be.
Okay, here. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I see a white man. No, I'm just kidding. I just had to say it like that.
You get it? You get it? You get it? Duck away. Wait. Wait. Here's the one you just did. You went.
Yeah, I know, because if I don't know if I'm monetized or not.
I
so
know that. I know that. But what I'm joking with you, saying you that was respectful that you did that. I'm saying you're just making AC Slater jealous. Yeah, man. Nothing wrong
But
with
you
it.
know,
You're all right.
you know what's interesting? Most people don't know that I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. I was adopted from West Palm Beach, Boca Raton.
California is totally legal anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah.
You know what sucks, yeah, man?
What's that?
I have to get like a legal name change, dude, because I used to go by something else in California. And
Right.
in California, because there's so many actors, you can basically go by whatever you want and it's legal. If you call
that's
yourself
wild.
something, that's your name. I moved here to Arizona and I'm going by the name that I wanted to use. And
Right.
they're like, that's not your name. You got to get a legal name change, $318. And
Fuck that.
Crazy.
yeah.
That shit crazy.
You heard it here, everybody. His name's not Nick.
No. My name will always be Nick, dude.
Oh, I'm joking.
My original, like my birth last name
Right.
was Dvorkian. It's Russian, and it's
nice.
like, it means
That's
gardener.
interesting. Whoa.
Okay.
And they changed it when I was adopted. They changed
Right.
it to my grandmother's last name,
Yeah.
which she basically invented. She like came up with it to be one of the first people in the phone book and shit because she was a lawyer.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's just so fake and like fraudulent, you know, like to have a last name that means nothing to you. So I'm just gonna change my last name to something that means something to me.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, I know it's getting late. It's 4:30 here Eastern time. I know it's.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, Nick. I was just sitting in the chair, relaxing and chatting with Nick. And Nick said, Nick got me to go live. I got almost an hour in.
Hey man, thanks
Yeah,
though. I appreciate it. I know you were trying to distract me from a bad place.
Yeah, I mean, you did come up on my panel, and I do a lot of those kind of streams where I get two people up there. They can either argue it out, or they can not argue it out. And they wind up either leaving still mad at each other and had one hell of a fucking argument, or they actually say their piece and they're sometimes done with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have a problem with having like a friendly argument or debate, but the thing is, if you're arguing with me, focus on me. Don't focus on my wife, and also don't spread rumors about her. Like that's so fucked up. Like even
Hey,
like
Priscilla.
I don't know, bro. Like to say something like that about someone else that's not even
Yeah.
involved in the conversation is just such a weak move. You know, like, oh, like if you have a problem with me, talk about me. But all these people, they have a problem with me and they just go straight for my wife. And the thing is Boss 510 did approach me one day and she said, and at this point, like I don't care if she wants to come up here for a minute, but just no screaming, please. It's so late. But like,
Just keep it calm,
she came to me.
like you just said, yeah.
She
I'm here.
heard about my views, right? I believe in racial purity. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm. That's just what I believe in.
Your views are very interesting to me, especially after you telling me you were raised by two women. And
Yeah.
then you have
No,
certain
but here's the thing.
views on
No, I never knew that.
Before she comes up, let me just say, because she's not going to let me say one
Yes.
word. She
I get it. Go ahead.
unfortunately came to me and had an issue with my views and started trying to rub it in my face that she's white and has a Mexican husband and a mixed race baby. And like, what do you want from me? Do you not want me to react? Like, then why are you saying that to me? And so she got the reaction from me that she wanted. I did call her child a half-breed because that is what a mixed race child is called. And I'm not apologizing for saying that. It's the truth.
Okay, I get you. I
But
understand
because
where
I
you're
said
coming from.
that, which she asked me for it. She said, "Do you have a problem with me and my mixed race baby and my husband?" And the answer to that is yes, I do. but it's your personal choice. And yeah, I will shun you for it, but that's your life, not mine. However, the fact that she's now attacking my wife when I never asked her for her opinion on my wife or my
Okay, well let's not go there then. Once I
no,
bring her up,
I
We're
know.
not
I'm
gonna
just
go-
saying though, is that she asked me for my opinion on her mixed race relationship and her
Gotcha. And you were
miscegenated
honest,
baby.
and that's you were honest. I take it, and
Right. Well, and that's the thing
sometimes
is, would
honesty,
you rather me
not
have
everybody
lied?
wants to hear it. It's an opinion. It's not necessarily truth. So I'm
Right.
bringing her up.
But that's the thing is, would she rather me have lied? Because I've never lied, but what she says about my wife is a lie.
I got you,
no.
wife. Good evening,
Like
boss
I
lady.
told
That's
you,
all I'm
Nick,
saying is that
you
that's
went
my biggest
after my
issue.
child.
Is she
I
came
never
to me.
asked you about your opinion on my child and my husband. So
What
from
did you
now
say?
on, I am going to haunt the fuck out of you. And I will call your wife whatever you want to fucking, whatever I want to say. Okay? And I
Well,
didn't
then
start that
your
rumor.
family is
I
not
didn't
off
know,
limits either.
no. Then when it comes down to it, you started this, Nick. You went after my
Because I
child.
have an
I have one
You went
opinion.
thing
after,
about my
you
channel.
went after my child. And I
No,
don't give
you
two
asked
fucks.
me my opinion.
No, I did not. You can ask Lisa and Pagel. No, the fuck I didn't.
You
Thank
came to
God.
me and you said,
You
so
made
do
an
you think
ass.
I'm
You made
I'm wrong
an
for
ass
having
of
a Mexican
yourself,
husband and
and
a mixed race baby? Yes.
well, you know what? You know what my opinion is about you, Nick, is that you're a racist. And you think you're better
And you
than
know what?
everybody?
I am.
Wait, shut up. I'm not done.
But I am.
I'm not done. I'm not fucking done. I
And I
let you
am,
talk.
though.
Now you are going to let me fucking talk.
Go for it.
I feel like I'm in 5th grade.
I'm telling you right now, you have no motherfucking right in this fucking world, Nick, to ever go after any other fucking race when you are, because you're fucking white. I am paler than you. My son is more German than you. Do you get it now? You have no right to ever go after anybody for the color of their skin. You are living in the fucking 1800s.
No. I didn't go after them
No,
for the
you
color of
don't.
their skin.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I don't judge
Yes,
people who are black,
yes.
brown, or Mexican.
Mhm.
I don't
Oh, but
judge
you
them.
think it's wrong because I have a husband that's Mexican and I have a
Yes,
daughter
I
that's...
do.
Oh,
Absolutely.
why? Because why?
you're a disgrace. You're a broken branch.
I'm not a broken branch, bitch.
Yeah, your baby is a broken branch.
You wish. My daughter is way gorgeous than any child that you have, fucker.
Well, wait and see what
Let's
she
be
looks like
real.
when she grows up.
I'll guarantee you she'll still be more beautiful than your fucking life.
We'll
My
see.
kids have more of a fucking advantage
And
because
we'll
guess
see if
what,
she has mental
motherfucker?
problems.
5th grade.
We'll see if
Never.
she has dialectomy.
Oh, dialectomy? No, not ever gonna happen.
All right.
I
You better
told you.
teach her that
I
she's half
told
and
you.
half, and don't
I
like
told
force her to
you.
be one way or
I
the other.
fucking told you. If
Now,
you
how
went
confusing is it?
after
She
my
has to
kids,
embrace
I'm gonna
multiple
go after you
cultures.
and yours. Do you understand me? I'm going after you and yours. And I didn't start that rumor about your wife being a whore.
Show
Everybody
proof.
else has.
Show
Oh,
proof. Show
but
proof.
your wife wants to go after Lisa and Pagel's.
No, she doesn't.
saying
She
that,
wants to
she
separate
didn't-
from you all. She doesn't like any of you.
She didn't sit there and say that Lisa was just waiting for her dad to die.
I don't know.
Who said that?
Is she
Who
not?
fucking said that? No, she's not. She takes care of her dad. What are you talking about, you psycho?
Whatever
And
I want.
your wife should never pick or go after somebody's family. So now I'm going after you and yours. I
All
told
right,
you, Nick.
freak.
Do not
Fucking
mess
calm
with me.
down, dude.
Do not mess with me. And
Why do you sound like your blood pressure is 200?
Trust me, my blood pressure is not 200. And you are a big
You got
nothing.
fucking ketchup
you
in your
are-
veins.
That's right. They
You
are,
all
Priscilla. They are. They
a
are.
racist piece of shit.
You got mayonnaise and ketchup in your veins.
I'm telling you right now,
That's kind of
every stream that you pop your ugly ass
It
head in,
sounds like
I'm
fancy
calling your
sauce.
wife a whore. Since you wanted to call my daughter
Yeah,
a
it sounds like
half-breed.
fancy
Well, then
sauce.
I will
No,
continue
your
to say
daughter
that your
is
miscegenation is disgraceful and your daughter's a broken branch.
Okay, and your wife sits on a corner and gets 50 cents.
Your German ancestors would consider your child a disgrace.
Right?
Oh, well, that's cool. You're not
Yeah.
even, you're fucking adopted. You don't even know where your fucking heritage
Yes,
comes from.
I know my
Let's be
mom
real.
and my dad,
Oh,
biological.
do you? Because they obviously got rid of you because they didn't want you.
No, they
All
were
right,
17.
now let's
Oh,
take
now
all
you wanna
right,
go there.
everybody.
Now
Let's
you
take
wanna
it
go there.
down.
Now
Yeah,
you
I
want to go
do.
there.
I don't care.
You
Yeah, man, that
fucking
doesn't bother
racist
me.
piece of shit.
That doesn't
All right,
bother me.
all right.
Your parents didn't want you. That's why they got rid of you. They were
No,
probably
they
guilty.
couldn't afford me.
Oh, they couldn't afford you. They shouldn't have fucking. They should have boarded
But I
you.
was lucky enough to be adopted by my own
Oh,
biological grandma, so I stayed in the family.
Oh, well, that's sad that your parents couldn't take care of you because my parents could take care of you.
No, they were
I
still
can take
around
care
for
of my
quite
daughter.
some time.
Oh, probably not. For quite some time.
No, they were around for a long time. They were around until I developed my. They were around until I developed my identity and racial views.
Oh, your racial views that are probably gonna get you shot one of these days.
Well, I hope that the person who shoots me is ready to get shot back.
Nah, I think they would probably have a pretty good fucking aim. I would love for
Okay.
you to walk
Well,
up to a black
last I
person
found,
and
the
show
people
your
that would
fucking
want to
license
shoot me
plate.
couldn't hit the
I
side of the
would love
barn
for you
wall.
to come. That's why you left Southern California. Is because your ass probably got threatened. I've heard stories about you, homie. You had the
No,
whole
actually, I
fucking.
got targeted
had
by a
to
cultural
run like-
Marxist teacher who swatted
Oh.
me.
Oh,
This sounds like a 6ix9ine music video right now.
Yeah, I
That's
was
what you
targeted
fucking
by a
get.
neighbor who said my children were
because
dead in my house and called the
They
police.
probably were.
Oh yeah, sure.
What? That's crazy.
You want to go there?
Yeah.
You want to
She was
fucking
a
go there?
teacher too at a 97% non-white school.
Oh.
And obviously the children were okay.
Well, you couldn't.
of
you couldn't
course.
afford.
Yeah,
you couldn't
no.
afford to
Of
put them
course.
in a white school.
I don't like that though when the teachers overstep their boundaries and cause things like that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even know the other side of the story. He was probably being racist over the fucking phone.
No, I
Piece of
wasn't.
shit
Actually,
that
I
he
was walking around my neighborhood and I was asking people, who killed more people, National Socialists of Germany or the Communists of USSR? And she didn't like that.
Well, no fucking wonder why you had to leave.
Why? Because I was
Californians don't
exposing
like-
that communism killed
No.
150 million Christians,
No,
including Jesus.
no, you're an idiot. God, you're
I'm
stupid.
an idiot for defending
think-
Christianity.
You think that you know everything. Do you know half of fucking Christianity or black people? Are you an idiot? Are you fucking stupid?
I'm not black. Black on black
Okay.
crime isn't my problem or any of their issues. They're not my issues.
Well, that's what half of Christianity is, dumbass.
What?
God, half of fucking Christianity are mainly black people. You're a fucking idiot. You are
Okay,
so
well, they have their
dumb.
own form of Christianity, and I have
He
my own
does have
form
a
of
point there.
Christianity.
Every single individual church, unless it's a mixed church, every pastor has his own views, and
Right.
you select that church according to views of that pastor that you want to sit there every Sunday and listen to, and leave that
Thank you,
$15,
Priscilla. I
$20
know my
donation.
daughter is beautiful.
You know, and that's you know,
And the
you
saddest
deal with
thing
all
is,
kinds of liberal,
do you
conservative
even
preachers.
have your own house? You live off your whore wife's mother. That's
No,
sad.
I have this house. It's actually been it's been trusted to me. So yeah.
Oh,
my house.
because you don't have a job.
No, I
That's-
actually don't talk about my
Oh.
jobs plural
you
on
don't
YouTube.
have. Oh wait, so you sit there and run around doing nothing?
No, I have 2 jobs and I'm
That's
applying for a third.
That's why your wife sits on a corner for 50 cents and sucks dick. Damn.
Can you prove that though?
Do we have to keep going there though?
Yeah, she's so vulgar.
It's been pointed out multiple times.
to be
I get
fucking
it.
vulgar,
I
motherfucker.
get it.
I'll be vulgar towards you because you talked about my daughter.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
you
Well,
open that
right
fucking
there.
can of worms. So don't
be
I
vulgar
see it,
towards
Jay,
me,
homie.
though. That's the thing is you keep going after an innocent woman.
You were just going after my innocent child, bitch.
Oh, you asked my fucking opinion
No, I didn't.
on your mixed
Do we
race
need to go
baby.
get Lisa and fucking so let's see. I'm gonna go talk to Lisa and Peggy and see if because it was on their stream.
Go
and then you
for it,
decided,
and please
and
go
then
take
you
care of
decided-
your invalid child too while you're at it.
why don't you go take care of your invalid fucking children who are probably gonna get shot because of your racist views?
Wow, that's
All
a
right, now
disgusting
let's
thing
not
to
get
say.
that crazy now.
That's disgusting. I never said that your child was going to get hurt.
Well, you want to sit there and call my daughter invalid, so I'm going to call your fucking children invalid, and they're probably going to get shot. That's why
Well,
you
ask
had to
your
be out of
go sit down,
California.
pray about it, and ask your ancestors if they
Hey,
think
Jay,
your child is valid.
that side chat's going so fast we can't even keep up with it, Jay.
I'm just getting drunk. I'm enjoying this right now.
You are an invalid, inbred, your fucking mom probably fucked her brother type of bitch. That's what you are.
Okay.
Go start a fucking Nazi clan. I don't fucking know.
Done.
So
I thought it was
you
an
think you're high and mighty because you're white. Get the fuck out of here. You're not high and mighty because you're
No,
white.
I would think I was high and mighty if I was black or brown. I'd be proud of
No.
whoever I was.
No one is higher than anybody, bitch. And you think you're higher than everybody because
No, I'm
you're
not a
fucking color.
supremacist.
Yeah, you are.
supremacist.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you
No.
are. Yeah,
I
you
believe
are.
in
Yeah,
racial
you
purity
are.
of all races.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure you do.
I
Don't say
do.
that
I
to
think
a
black
fucking-
people should breed with
Go
black
back to
people.
California.
Brown people should breed
Go
with brown
back.
people. And mixed race people should breed with other mixed race people.
Sure.
No, I really do feel that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure you do.
Can I bring out the Ouija board?
That's an interesting way to look at it, though.
Yeah, because race
thing
mixing is
about
a
it-
trend. It's a dying trend too.
No, not really.
Well,
Not
eventually all of the
You
mixed
think-
race people are going to
Hey,
find each
man,
other.
the
You
Muslims
think
right
so.
now here in Dearborn
I'm gonna be
mixing with
sad when one of your kids actually goes out with somebody who's a different
women
color,
that have
and
gotten
then you're
lured
gonna
away
have
by
to
the white
fucking
man
disown that one.
and or the black man. So that does happen here in Dearborn.
What's really nice though is that race mixing happened for long enough for them to have each other now. Like there's a whole bunch of miscegenated people that they can now breed with one another.
Oh yeah, okay, you think that.
You can have like an island of freak shows.
You can have a fucking island of fucking Nazi Nick sitting on a fucking island getting shot.
All right, it'd be nice if I could have an island of people like me. That's all I ever wanted.
You are nothing but a piece of shit, dude. You
Okay.
really are. You fucking really are.
Well, I'm
I've
loyal.
been letting them say what's on their mind, but at
You're
some point I do
disgusting
kind of
piece
say,
of
"All right,
shit.
guys, come on." But as long as they both agree, it's okay. It's okay.
I know, but the
You
difference, Slim S,
are
is that
disgusting.
she asked me my opinion on her
No,
mixed
I
race
did not.
child.
No, I did not. No, I
She
did not. No, where's the proof? Where's the fucking proof?
Okay, well then where's the proof that my wife's a hoe?
Oh, well, your wife is a
Settle down
whore.
now, Jay.
You can tell.
gotta
You
laugh,
can
buddy.
fucking tell. You can tell that she likes to sit on a corner. Oh, and she looks tweaked out, so maybe you need to fix that with her needle in her arm.
Well, you're the one showing your fucking alcohol bottle in every stream. You're a drunk. You're a fucking wet brain
not
like your
even.
friend Abe.
I've had that
Oh,
same
shit, here we go.
motherfucking. I've had that same fucking bottle for the last month and a half.
Yeah, right. You
dumbass.
drank half of it today.
No, I didn't, dumb
I
bitch.
drink more than
I
you.
fucking recorded you say you fucking drank half of that bottle, dumbass.
Oh, you record me, Nick?
Hell yeah, I record everything.
Because you're psycho and have
Not
stalker
because I've got a
issues.
big fucking memory card.
You have a stalker issue.
No, I just don't like
You're
you.
mad. No, you're just mad because no one really likes you.
Okay.
And you got kicked out of Savage's community. You got
Dude,
kicked
I
out of.
hate her.
You're
I
getting.
never was in
You
her
are getting.
community, bro. I was never
You
part
are
of
getting
Savage's
kicked-
community. I was the one running
Oh.
around saying pirates' tits suck.
Hmm.
I believe
That's
Nick
why
was
you're not allowed in anybody's stream anymore because you're a racist piece of shit.
a boss. You gotta realize the
Thank
way
you.
I know
And
Nick
you're
is from the
paranoid
point.
freak.
See, I know
Oh.
Nick
You're
from the
paranoid.
point.
Oh well, fucking man, you probably got kicked out of that community too.
I don't think he really has been.
No one wants you in any stream, okay? Yeah man. He's an awesome dude. I don't fault him for being whatever to you.
I
But
agree. He is
no
awesome.
one wants you to fucking be around, Nick. You tried to come into all of our communities, into fucking Pete, Lisa, Abe's, everyone, trying to fucking fit in, and you can't fit in.
No, but
So why
I
don't
wasn't
you just
talking
follow
about
the-
race until you
Oh,
got
yeah.
here and started with me. See, like I don't usually go there. I can talk about plenty of
I
other
told
things
you, Nick. I told you, Nick, when you wanted to bring up my fucking daughter, that I was gonna haunt you wherever the fuck you were.
Okay,
And
so
any
haunt
fucking
me then.
shit.
I don't
Oh,
care,
I
but
am.
like
I
honestly,
am
like
though.
you're
I
asking
am.
for it, not
Oh,
me.
not even. Not even with your whore ass fucking wife sitting on a fucking corner.
And your dumb
With a needle
inbred
in
daughter, your
with
miscegenated beast that you
oh
feed and
no.
house for God knows what reason.
Oh, you wish.
You
You
should
fucking
fucking
wish.
throw it in a dumpster. Honestly, it's trash.
You need to throw your fucking dope queen fucking high off her
Take it
fucking
easy,
ass
Jay.
in the dumpster and shoot her in the face because she's
You're
too
just
high for
mad
that.
because it's too late to adopt your baby out.
No,
You
I
wish
would
you could
never
take it to
adopt
the
my
fire
baby.
station.
Never, never in my life.
It's too
My
late.
daughter is way beautiful than your fucking Gollum children.
Show us what your husband looks like.
Nah, I don't know because
Okay.
my husband has a really good fucking job, and I'll never ever let him
cut
be
again.
I
fucking.
didn't ask what he
Jay-Z.
does. I just want to see a
I don't
picture
give
of
a
him.
fuck. No,
Everybody.
never.
Internet's
Never.
fluffing.
Free 6
Yeah,
9
the internet's
You're
fluffing.
gonna talk shit about my
There's a
wife. You won't even
difference.
show your
There's a
fucking
difference.
Mexican husband's brown face.
No, I won't because he's not part of this situation. But your wife pulled herself into it when she wanted to sit there and start going after my fucking friends and saying that her friend was just waiting to fucking die.
My
Get the
wife
fuck
never
out of
went
here.
after anyone. They went after her
Yeah,
first,
she
and it's
did.
because of
No,
people like you.
no. I will always go after your wife.
My
She
wife
sticks
is
a needle
super
in your
nice
fucking
until
arm.
you cross
Oh,
I
her.
got a Ouija
oh
board.
yes, she sticks a fucking needle in her arm. You should go look at her video. She
Yeah,
was
let's look at your arms. Show us your arms.
Oh, you want me to show you my motherfucking arms? Okay,
Yeah,
bitch.
I don't know if
I'll
you could
show
fit it
you.
all on the screen
Oh, I
though.
fucking can. You want me to show you, bitch? Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
man.
and then
Put my
Jesse,
fucking.
when she wakes up tomorrow, we'll show her
She ain't
arms
got a
too.
problem with camming up. She's a clean
You see
lady.
that? You
No,
see
I
that right
can't
there?
see that.
Oh, yeah. No arms there.
The
No
needle
trap
goes in the
there.
crook. You're not showing the
Mm.
crook.
Oh, you want me to show you the crook, bitch? Trust me.
Show us your husband.
No, I'll never
That
show you
sounds
my
kind of
husband.
gay that you want to see
I
a
don't
guy.
see
No,
nothing, Jay. I don't
All right,
see
and Jesse
nothing.
can do the same thing.
And nothing. Thank
Okay,
you.
Jesse can do the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, sure she can.
I
She
don't
probably
know,
sticks in her
Jesse.
toes. Come on now, bitch.
She can do
You
it tomorrow.
saw it. Oh, yeah, sure she will.
She will.
She looks high off of her fucking ass in all of her
All
fucking
right, well,
videos.
she'll
Not
drug
even
test
fucking
if
porn.
you pay for it and you drink the
No,
piss if
I
she
would
passes.
never. I would never
God.
pay for anything for that whore to fucking.
If she
do.
passes the drug test, you got to chug.
No,
Yeah,
What's
man,
this?
I'm
never.
so drunk. I have no idea what the hell's going on.
What's up,
You're
Jay?
just nothing.
I'm so
You're
drunk. I have no
fucking.
idea what's
You
going
have
on.
a sad
I feel you. Just enjoy
life
yourself.
and a sad.
I am.
fucking
I'm
life.
laughing my
You
ass
can't
off.
do nothing but run that fucking mouth of yours
Hey,
and
so
think that
Abe
you're
called
fucking
you a
right.
pig.
What are you talking about? Me and Abe just settled it. Why are you trying to bring Abe in this? Yeah,
Oh
Abe
no,
doesn't
because
even
he
want
called you a
nothing to do with
pig.
you. No.
Do you think that's cool or not? You're muted.
Oh, who's that? Is that Nick?
No.
You wish that
So I just
fucking
muted
Abe
Jay
would
for a
start
minute.
talking again.
But okay.
So you are nothing but a piece of shit, dude. And I have
So, but
nothing
why
else
does
to say.
Abe
Are
act
you
cool
done?
with you and then he calls you a pig behind your back?
When?
So I
Show
guess
the
6
In
9
the
is
DMs, I showed
Show
it already. I'll
it.
show it again. I'm not shy.
Show it again. Show it again.
All right.
Let's see it. Let's
All right.
see it.
Go ahead, screen share it, and I'll put it up for you,
All
Nick.
right, I will. Hold on, let me just go to the DM.
And make sure you get the dates in there. Make sure you get the dates in there.
Listen,
Like,
girl, I'm not hiding anything.
free
First of
6
all,
9.
No, he even
Yeah.
showed Abe's picture earlier. If y'all ladies want to see what that sexy hunk might look like, if you believe he's a sexy hunk.
The white
Look,
Tupac.
I showed him your picture. Look, here.
You're just
We'll
mad
screen
because
share right
Yeah,
now.
Jay, you're the next white Tupac, Jay, right there, right in your own rhymes, right in your own music.
I'm a German
You know.
Mexican, okay? I'm more
Well,
German
I'll have to
Mexican.
have you on panel with white Tupac. How about that? You can
Fuck,
rap for
Jay
him.
looks more white than fucking you do.
All right, here,
You
look.
more white.
You ready? I'm gonna screen
Hey,
share right now.
I'm German
lady.
Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
He's German Mexican, and he's in love with a Canadian.
Yeah, my
You
girl's
see?
out in
Jay looks
Alberta.
more white than you
Hey,
do.
wait.
Hang on, I got it right now.
And I got denied entry to Canada.
When
Yeah, we got denied entry into Canada. We
Are
have to
you
do a stream
serious?
about that.
That's from a fucking old ass fucking. Are you serious right now? That's
That was 20 days ago.
Oh, 20 days ago? That's when me and Abe were still fucking fighting, you dumbass.
Okay, but
And
he
then
called you a loudmouth pig.
Okay, that's cool. That was before
All right,
me and
but you
Abe.
wanted to see
Are we
it,
in
so I
fifth grade?
showed it.
That's
You wanted
okay.
to see it,
That's
so I
20
showed
days
it.
ago. That
Whoa,
was
White
20
Tupac,
days
what's
ago
up, buddy?
when me and Abe were still fighting. So
Okay, but you wanted to see it.
where's the proof
I don't
of
care
it
when it was
now?
from. That's how he feels about you.
Oh, good for him. I don't really give a shit. I'm not even. Me and Abe
All right,
aren't even
cool. Well, I
friends.
just want to
We
let
have
you
a
know.
fucking agreement. Oh, good. Does it make you feel better? Does it make you
Yes.
feel better? Good. Because it was 20 days ago when me and Abe were
No,
fighting
but
at
he's
the
talking about your appearance. You appear like a pig. You look like a
Oh,
pig.
you think I look like a pig? He
That's why
wishes.
you're covering your mouth,
Oh.
because you got a pig snout.
Oh, really? You think I do? I have a better nose than your fucking ugly ass. At least I don't look like a fucking
No, it's like a
retard.
Mortal Kombat picture, like with the face and the eyes. It's like,
No,
ready,
it's like
fight!
no, you know what it is? It's those alt-right memes, you know, like the mask they wear at the Charlottesville
No,
rally.
you wish. You wish. No, it was off
Ah,
of
it's like an
Snapchat,
Antifa
dumbass.
mask. That's an interesting observation by
Nick,
Nick
you are
News
such an
Network.
idiot, and you make no points with any of your life. I feel bad. You're fucking
Side chat,
a
do
low
you
life,
agree with
dude.
that? Is that
It
true?
looks like Ram DIY
You are
division.
low. You are nothing but a low life, dude.
Hey, White Tupac.
You are a low
White
life.
Tupac, say what's up to Jay the Silencer and howdy. Boss Lady 510 in the house.
Anything
Yep.
else?
Did you
I'd
guys
like
got
to see your husband since you talk so much shit about my wife. I'd love to see your husband.
Because my husband's not on this platform, bitch. So why would I
Because
show
Jabba the Hutt doesn't want to roll over and show his face.
No, because he's not even part of this, bitch. He's actually at work right now,
All
getting
right.
money for his family. So
Sure.
what do you gotta say? Nothing.
No, I
You
don't think he
wish.
actually works.
Oh, he does work. He makes a
unmute
lot of
it
money.
if you want,
too.
Jay?
Hey, you can't
He
prove it.
makes a lot.
Just
Oh,
like
he
you
makes.
can't prove my wife was a whore.
Oh, she is a whore. It's okay.
Well, you
She
can't
she
prove
sucks that
either
dick
of
for
those
50
things. You
cents.
can't prove your husband
You
works,
can't
and you
prove
can't
shit
prove what
either.
you say about
You
my
can't.
wife.
I can prove that my husband works. I just
You
don't need
can't
to
even
prove it
prove
to
you
you.
have a husband. Actually, I don't think you do. I
Oh,
don't
you
think you
think
have
that?
a husband. I think your
Oh,
baby
you
is
think you
born
do?
to you single.
No, sorry. You wish.
I don't think you're married.
You wish. Oh, I'm very much married.
Show us the ring. Show us the ring. Show
I
us the
don't
ring.
wear rings. Sorry.
Oh,
Fuck you, bitch.
oh boy. Wait, she's back. She must have dropped off.
Show us the
You know,
ring.
I don't need to show you shit, bitch.
Because you
There's
ain't
a
got one. Because you're not worth it.
You're not worth your life.
No one's gonna buy you a
Jay,
fucking
Jay, I
ring.
want you to sign
That's
language
what your
their
parents
conversation to the
Your
deaf, please.
fucking parents didn't even want you, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Like, you're not even worth fucking air that you breathe, you piece of shit.
So
You
where's
are
the ring at?
nothing. No, I don't need to show you shit, bitch. I don't need to prove anything to a
You don't
Nazi
even wear it
piece of
on a
shit.
necklace or anything, like most
How do you
losers.
know? How do you know? How do you know?
Show
You
it.
don't know.
Because you don't
Your
have
life's
one.
a
You
whore.
said I don't wear a ring. You said I don't wear a ring.
Also,
I don't. I don't.
That's very non-traditional. Just like your
I'm not a
marriage.
tradition.
Hey Jay, I
I'm not
gotta
a
have you on a
traditional type of
panel one
person,
night,
bitch.
and we're gonna have you up on the screen like that, and you're gonna just do sign language, everything everybody says, until someone actually.
Oh my god.
How does it feel that your parents didn't want you? Your parents
It's good
couldn't afford
because
you
I ended
because
up
they were
better
broke,
off
bitch.
for it because I wasn't
Oh,
raised by
sure.
17-year-olds.
Well, your mom should have kept your fucking legs or swallowed your load.
No, I'm glad I was born. I belong
No.
here.
There's not too many people who fucking are glad that you were born.
Okay, well, that's their problem, not mine.
With your tweaker ass fucking girlfriend or wife or whatever the fuck she is. Where's your
She's
ring at?
clean. She has 8 years sober, actually. Like,
Oh,
unlike
sure
you.
she does. Have you seen her videos? She don't look too fucking
Have
sober.
you seen her child photos? Because she had
Oh.
almond-shaped eyes her whole life.
No, she acts really high in her videos. Maybe you need to fucking get her tested. She probably got
Maybe you could
diseases
pay
too.
for it and then drink the piss if
I
she
would
passes.
never fucking pay for anything, Nick.
Oh no, yeah, man left.
Yeah,
Yeah, man
nothing
left.
left.
Now we can get fucking crazy. Oh.
All right, I'm back, everybody.
Well, I'm done
boy.
dealing
If
with
only I
this.
could
So hard to sign, so that's why I stopped signing. Because I feel like if I sign this to deaf people, they're gonna get so confused. So I stopped.
That's fine.
Well, thanks for trying, man.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a live stream for the hearing impaired one day. You
Well,
certainly
good
can't
night,
do it.
yeah, man. I gotta get to bed and get up early
Yeah,
with my
right.
kids.
Get away your fake husband and your miscegenated baby. Bye.
And your fucking whore wife can go sit on
End
the
up
corner
on an island with your family.
Why is this a 6ix9ine video?
You have a whore wife with a tweaker mentality. That's
You
what
have
she
a
is.
nice white night,
tweaker.
okay?
You
nice
fucking
white night.
have a tweaker ass fucking wife who sits on the corner and sucks a dick for 50 cents. Have a nice night.
Have a good one. Have a really white night.
All righty. That was wonderful.
I just felt like I was in an off-brand 6ix9ine music video.
Oh, hell yeah. Why
Is
not?
it not weird when she jumps on panel with me?
Oh no, I was drunk the whole time.
It
No, she
is
doesn't have a
something
wedding
else how
ring
you
and she's
guys
not
go at
married.
each other like that. It blows me away, actually.
She's not married. She won't show her husband and she doesn't wear a ring.
I get that part. Yes. Well, she doesn't talk about it either, it seemed.
No,
Or-
she does. She talks about her. She was just trying to piss me off, I guess. I'm not
People-
jealous of a
You guys
non-existent
hate Beyonce for
person.
that.
I tell you, I'm not married, and I don't say I'm married because my significant other has been married twice, and she said never do it again.
Eh,
I'm not married, but I have a woman in Alberta, Canada. But no, I'm not married.
Yes,
Nick?
boss lady.
Shut the fuck up, because you talk too much shit when I leave. Suck a dick and go deal with your tweaker ass fucking horrible wife. Next time you want to run that mouth,
you came back.
yeah. And don't.
Alright.
Is this a 6ix9ine
I have
music
cousins
video?
that
Or am I
live in Arizona. I wonder, I can find your address pretty well. I wonder what my cousins would say about your racist piece of shit ass.
Everyone has my address, dumbass.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'll make sure that. I will
North
make sure that my
Drive.
cousins who come and visit you and my brothers do too, and they'll fucking tell you what's up. And
Come with
beat
that
ass.
fire. I don't
Trust-
care.
Trust me, with a shotgun
Trust
through your motherfucking
fucking
door,
God.
bitch.
Trust.
You fucking bitch. You fucking bitch.
I'm not scared.
I'm gonna show you a mother.
creepy ass weird girl that says she's gonna
Mhm.
haunt me on the internet like a
Yeah.
ghost,
Yeah,
like the
I'm
ghost
going
that you
to.
are.
I'm
You are
going
a
to.
fart in the
I'm
wind.
going to. I'm going to, you dumb bitch.
Hey, I
Shut your
hope
fucking
Triggered
mouth
Minds is
and-
watching this because you're getting
Oh, I hope
fucking
you.
molested in here.
No, not ever. Sorry.
You
I'm
you
never
have
gonna
been
molest it.
accosted
You
by
probably
me
molest your children. You probably tickle them,
tonight.
don't
Ew,
you?
what the fuck is
Yeah,
on
you
your
probably
mind?
do. You probably do.
I said I
You
was
probably molest
molesting
your own
you.
children. No, because you were just bringing up molestation, so you probably molest your children.
Because I'm fucking
Hi.
with you. Because I'm fucking with you.
Yes.
That's disgusting, bro. To suggest that, what is on? Maybe you need a check. Maybe you do it to your kid. That's called projection. You're projecting. Yo, I'm worried about her fucking kid now, dude. If she's gonna talk like that, fucking wow. Triggered Minds, are you out there? Can you get this? Am I gonna have to DM you? Holy fuck. That got really, really heavy.
I'm not in the mood. That's all you hear is a flushing toilet.
That's like, hey, that's better than crickets, dude. Like, you know when no one's talking and you hear crickets?
I'm back.
Yeah, I hear you, Howdy. I'm on no one's side because I don't know anything about your guys' situation, so I'm not judging no one. So
My name's Nick. You can call me Nick, bro.
Well, Nick and I, we like jump many communities. And the
Yeah.
reason I can say that, Nick, is because when I met her, I asked her if she had ever heard of the Boyd, and she said no.
Oh, we know the. Oh, I know who he's talking about.
Yep. So, and you and I, Nick, we met the Boyd, Nick.
Oh, we've been around.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That's what she said. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's weird. I do sign, but like there were some hard words I don't know for sign and shit. So like,
oh, you were doing great. I mean, I know you're not trying to, like the guy that intentionally said he knew sign language. Did you ever hear about that one? They brought him into like a public setting where it was like the mayor speaking, and the person doing the sign language had no idea and was just randomly making signs.
Oh, and an interesting fact, actually, I was watching a Jeff Dunham video and they had a sign language for him.
There you go. See, Nick likes to talk political, and I like to get into political, but he's mixed in with a bunch of different people, and they don't just get it as political. Some people, and sometimes maybe Nick, can take it personal.
And Nick, and if you're hearing me in the background, my bad, I'm just being a drunk.
No, you're all good, bro. It's been fun.
I just would like to change the subject when I say 6ix9ine. because it confuses the fuck out of people.
See, my thing is, Nick, I can argue and talk about things, and you can tell me you don't believe that two people should have a mixed child, and that's your view, but I wouldn't, hold it against you forever. I mean, you're a fellow YouTuber. You're, like you said, we're acquaintances, and that's what it's all about. That's why I can go and I get along with everybody, even though I can debate you. That's my thing.
Hey man, I've lost a lot of friends for that opinion. And it's worth it because those are the kind of friends that I just don't view as having the kind of character that I view as
a lot of people out there, old and young, that have had. I know a man who lives in New Jersey, and yeah, man. Let's just say when I was 20, he was like 5 or 6 years old. And now that he's a grown man and on social media, I can follow him through his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I knew his grandfather before he was ever born. And his grandfather was one hell of a racist, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
I always say, though, that the term is so, like, the term racist, it's in and of itself, it's just like a fake term because it was created to label people. It was made, it wasn't around until the 1960s because before then, racism was fucking normal. So, I mean, like, I just don't subscribe to it.
I get that point. Totally.
The only reason I agreed with her when she said you're a racist and I said, yeah, I am, is because it shuts people up. Like, I'm not affected by that at all. I actually don't believe in racism. I think that racism is a social construct.
Well, I mean, you've had it on your channel. Who decides what's politically correct? That was one thing that drew me in to you. Was that question. And I learned that one from you. Who decides what's politically correct?
The sensitive left wing always gets to determine what hurts people's feelings. And you know what hurts my feelings? It hurts my feelings when people get to talk shit about white people, but white people don't get to play the game too. I believe in competitivism, and it's not fair if I can't compete as well.
All right, let's hear what the millennials have to say. Go ahead, Jay.
What I'm gonna say is like, I mean, I'll say gut and whatnot once in a while, but I'm doing it out of positivity and not just the color or whatever, but to everyone who is that like that to me, like if they're close enough or whatever. And like being born in Florida, raised in California, is a whole different perspective. Like I was from West Palm Beach, and now I live in Redding, California, and it's a whole different vibe. And like I'm still learning about myself every day about it. And I'm a German Mexican.
Wow, that's impressive, dude. I can totally relate as well because I'm 51% Ashkenazi Jewish, and the rest of me is just like a mixture of white European.
And my girlfriend is Canadian, and she lives in Alberta.
That's cool. And I also grew up in California. I lived there for 31 years. And when I had 2 sons, I moved to Arizona with my family because the things that they teach in the schools in California, they don't teach that stuff here. In California, yesterday actually was Transgender Awareness Day. And there were places like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Thomas the Tank Engine on Twitter, fucking shouting out transgender people. And I kept having a comment, hey, like, are you guys actually sexualizing minors, or like, are you going to let them have a normal childhood? You know?
Yeah. Honestly, for me, it's just like, I don't know, because like, for me being as a straight, like, I don't know anything about none of this really. Like, to me, it's just like the neutral gender thing. I don't know. That's just kind of whack as fuck.
It's not a lifestyle. It's a fetish, bro.
It's like to me, it'd be like
the third gender thing you're saying is a fetish.
I think that like homosexuality is a fetish, like being a furry dressed in a costume is a fetish, being transgender is a fetish. There's only one way of correct sex, and it's
here's
homogenous.
My thing about transgender, and that I've always learned growing up, and even knowing people in the mid 90s, early 2000s that have gone through with sexual reassignment surgery and then wound up killing themselves after the fact just because of the situation and the depression. What I've learned is these were people with money. Okay, these were people that when they wanted these surgeries, they came out of their own pocket. And what I don't understand is all these, don't take this the wrong way, Jay, but young people and millennials that believe that the government owes them health care and all of that. That's not the way it works. You go out and you get a job, and along with your job comes health care. You earn it. Or you make sure you're educated enough to get a job that pays you good, decent health care. And at some point, your health care could be costing your provider anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a month. And when you do the math, come on, that's $12,000 a year that your employer pays out for you to have insurance to go to the doctor. And some young millennials don't even go to the doctor. So that's $12,000 that their employer spent that they probably really didn't need to. Hang on, Jay. You'll get to talk next. But that's the point I'm making. You know, there's a lot of reasons for that. Go ahead, Jay.
For me, it's just like, I don't know, because I never had a job, so I don't know what that's like. And for being Redding and what it is, like being north of Sacramento, and it's like really hard for youngins to find jobs, and then like people losing their jobs and shit, and it's making it hard for youngins to find jobs now too here. And like, you know, it just sucks. And I even tried a couple of times, and there's like, no, we can't be hiring right now because of the COVID-19 and whatnot.
Well, have you also heard this? Like, you have to be bilingual to get some jobs now in America.
I do ASL.
Oh, listen,
that's cool.
Nick, I've always had respect for people that are bilingual because
me too. I think it's a very impressive talent.
I think Americans are intimidated by bilingual people, honestly.
No, I am. They're better at
they know that
customer service than I am. Absolutely.
Yes, and I believe, you know, Americans are intimidated, you know, that don't know how to speak Spanish and don't know how to speak French and can't speak Chinese.
Correct.
You know, yeah, they are. I feel that is a true thing. Now, I can sit in the barber's chair in Southwest Detroit and get my shave if I want and listen to all the Latino barbers speak Spanish and can follow the conversation. but I don't have the language barrier to start talking to them and get back in, you know?
Right.
But I can sit there and put a grin on while they're talking and they look at me and know I understand what the conversation's about.
Right.
Jake says, cracks me up when white boys cry, poor us can't claim reverse racism. No, I'm not. I'm saying that I believe in racial competitivism. And if white people are the only ones not allowed to play that game, then it's definitely discriminatory in
The link's
nature.
right there for you, buddy. I put it out there if you'd like to join us. We're not arguing. We're not going
I
after
just
each
feel as
other.
though, like the
Having a-
black people, they have the Crips and the Bloods. The Hispanics have MS-13 and 18th Street, and white people used to have the Klan until the Jewish people basically put an end to that.
Hey, Nick.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, and here in Reading, a lot of the white people think they're trying to be black. And I know for a fact I'm not black or anything, and I know for a fact I'm not white, but like, cause I'm cross mixed, so like, I see a lot of people here trying to act like they'll be like, "Hey, what's bullin' nigga?" or it'll be like, and sorry, yeah, man. Yeah, I had to say it one time, but like, the people here, they're just like, they don't know any better. It's like, why not? Like, you guys got to control yourself a little bit better. There's not
Have
gonna
you
be.
done your ancestry test? Like, know exactly what percentage of what you are?
Yeah, I am 60% German, 40% Mexican.
Wow, that's cool, dude. Yeah,
And
no, I did my ancestry too. And you know what's interesting about people who have like very opposite ends of the spectrum that are together is that they have like this, like for me, I have an internal conflict where I know that my ancestors from one side of my family would have really hated my ancestors from my other side of my family. And the only way that really helped me to understand that way is by getting my DNA test done and finding out exactly what percentages I was, and then going back in history and doing family trees and stuff like that. And then I was really able to identify with something. But before I did that, I identified with nothing. And I think that's the problem with Americans and with a lot of white people is that, like Jake said, it cracks me up when white boys cry, poor us, we can't claim reverse racism. Jake, I'm not trying to claim reverse racism. I'm trying to say that white people's identity is being discouraged. And that's not right.
I've lost a promoted job because of reverse racism. But in my job, you can't go calling the kettle black. And the reason I say it like that is because the majority is the minority when you're looking at the UAW in a whole, and you're the losing factor.
These people call me Nazi Nick like I'm full-blooded German. I'm 13% tribal Germanic. And you could spell my name Nick with 3 Ks on the end, and I would prefer that to Nazi Nick. I'm not a Nazi. I identify more with the ideologies of Norman Lincoln Rockwell than I do towards Hitler.
He's got his views, just like you do. So I give him that respect.
Hey, Nick, like, honestly, I'm German Mexican. Like, I'm 60% German and like 40% Mexican. When I found out, and even though I was adopted from West Palm Beach and I was raised in Redding, California,
right.
You know, it's really different.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
And also for a fact, like, you know how you expect some Mexicans or like Germans to like a certain kind of drink or whatever. And oddly, weirdly to be enough, my pure drink that I like to drink when it's not the cheap stuff is going to be Hennessy, Cognac, and Black Velvet Whiskey, Canadian whiskey.
Nice. I just wanted to say a lot of Mexicans are actually of Spaniard descent, and Spain is in Europe, and it does make many Hispanic people actually majority white. Like, you're 60% German, you're 40% Mexican, and out of the 40% Mexican, because Mexican is a nationality. It's not a race. A lot of people think because so many people are quote unquote, well, I would say more xenophobic towards the Mexican people as a nationality, that
Gotcha.
people that are less educated say you're being racist against Mexicans, but Mexican is not a race. Mexican is a nationality.
The only time it comes to race is when you say the B word when you're trying to think it's a cooking ingredient, but it's not when you have to say the R.
Right.
Would you say Latino would be a race?
I would say that
Yes, yeah,
Latino is a hybrid between South American natives like the Incans, the Mayans, and the Aztecas, and the Spaniards. The Spaniards
And
colonized
hey, don't forget the Guiñas.
and the
Because I do,
Guineas.
right.
I think that your modern day Hispanic person is a very interesting mix of South American native cultures and the Spaniards, because the Spaniards, when they came to colonize South America, they were raping and pillaging left and right. So there's not very many Hispanic people that don't have a very vast majority of Spaniard DNA. And I've always said that if you're like 75, 80% of any one specific race, then there's no reason you can't identify with that race and then continue on trying to harness that high percentage of genetic makeup that you are with someone with a higher purity of genetic makeup of the same majority in order to make an even more pure specimen than yourself when you reproduce. Like my children, for example, my wife has 8% sub-Saharan African DNA. I'm 100% white. My children are 4% African. If my children breed with someone who's 100% white, their children will have 2% African DNA. And then if they, it's all about gambling. When you're at the point where I'm at, I'm betting on my children probably wanting to marry very, very white women. And I'm hoping that I live long enough where maybe my grandchildren will see how I think, and they may want to marry very white women too. But the only reason I'm not trying to breed more African into my bloodline is because I'm majority white, and I do believe that it's something that my ancestors would frown upon if I didn't try my hardest to pass along a pure specimen DNA. And my wife and I actually have very similar DNA. She's 49% Ashkenazi Jewish, and I'm 51% Ashkenazi Jewish. And she's also pretty white, but she has a little bit of sub-Saharan. That's why I really do believe that if you're like 80% of any specific race or more, then you could basically go ahead and just consider yourself of that ethnicity.
I have a question for you, Nick. I am known as to be as special needs when I was in high school, so I didn't really learn a lot of religion. So what is exactly what that kind of Jewish?
Ashkenazi Jewish, it's not a religion as much as it's a culture of nomadic people that were traveling across Europe from the year 0 AD until now, because they've been banned from many European countries for practicing cultural Marxist, and homosexuality as well has run rampant in many Jewish communities. For instance, Israel has the largest gay community in the world.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I'm
No
still
problem.
listening.
It doesn't mean that all Jews are inherently gay. It just means that the Jews that are Ashkenazi are more or less on the Zionist side. Zionism is basically opposite world of traditional Judaism. So when the Jewish people, like let's say their Bible says that Israel should not exist until the return of the Messiah, right? So the Ashkenazi Jews, or mainly definitely the Zionist Jews, which is just a word for people who believe in the existence of Israel before the return of the Messiah. You get it? They're very blasphemous against their own religion intentionally. They like, instead of walking forwards like the rest of the Jewish people, they like walking backwards. Instead of using their right hand, which the
That's what she
Jewish
said.
people
No
do, they
offense.
use their left hand, right?
No offense to that.
It's basically like, yeah, the Zionist Jews, the only difference between the Zionist Jews and the Bolshevik or Orthodox Jews is that the Orthodox Jews did not want to go to Israel because they believed that it should not exist as a Jewish state until the return of the Messiah. Meanwhile, the Zionist Jews were actually working with the National Socialists in Germany and Hitler in order to create Israel. So there's a coin that was forged by Goebbels. Yeah, it was a coin. It was forged by Goebbels, and it had a Star of David on one side and a swastika on the other, and it was to signify the bond between the National Socialists and the Zionist Party.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that the National Socialists, like the Nazis of Germany, were working with the Zionist Jews to create Israel. And the reason why the Nazi Germans were so interested in founding Israel is because it would get the Jews out of Germany, which basically was a peaceful resolution to a problem that in past had not been dealt with very peacefully at all. Most of the time, the Jews would just be slaughtered and chased out of town. But in Nazi Germany, they tried to put them on train cars and send them to Palestine, or put them in concentration camps if they absolutely refused to leave Germany. And the concentration camps, by the way, were much nicer than our prisons here in America. They had concert halls, swimming pools, cooking classes, dancing classes. I mean, these were very, I mean, yeah, they were hard times. Trust me, if you were the Nazi army and you were losing a war and you didn't have food to feed your soldiers, well, then the last people you're going to be worried about feeding are those in the concentration camps. Yes, they will eat last.
I guess I heard about that on your channel, that people weren't killed in these camps.
No, I'm sure that some were, dude. I mean, like, I'm not saying that nobody died.
I had seen something online, Nick, that was really weird. And it was like someone debunking the whole thing about the Holocaust.
That was probably Nick Fuentes, and he talked about the Cookie Monster. And he said, if the Cookie Monster had to make 6 million cookies and it took an hour to make every cookie.
Cookie Monster, what kind of crack are we smoking?
Well, let him explain. Let him explain, Jay.
Sorry.
Okay, so basically the Nick Fuentes quote was, if it takes an hour, I'm going to pull up my calculator for this one too. Hold on.
He's making a point about what it takes to feed someone, Jay.
Oh, okay. My bad. I got the computer wrong. Okay.
I guess the guy's
no.
channel.
It's about the incineration. Hold on, I'm sharing my screen.
I got you.
If it takes 1 hour to incinerate a body, or we're going to call it bake a cookie, okay? We're going to use the Cookie Monster as, we're going to talk about the Cookie Monster instead of Hitler, okay? So if it takes 1 hour to bake a cookie, right? There are 24 hours in a day, right? So in between 1933 and 1945, that's 8 years. 8 times, okay, so 360, hold on, let me delete. 365 days times 8 equals, that's 2,920 days, right? Or is that, yeah, that's days. Okay, now you're going to multiply that by 24, right? So that's 70,080 cookies if you make one cookie per hour per day. So if they had, let's say they had 10 incinerators, right? Let's say they
Right.
had 10 incinerators cooking bodies all day, right? 10. That's 700,000. That's still nowhere near 6 million. So now let's keep going, right? Let's say it was 780. Okay, hold on. Let's go back.
Wow, it's only at
To
5% there.
70080. Okay, so that's if you burned 24 bodies in over 8 years per day, right?
Right.
That's that number. That's with one incinerator. So let's say that
Okay.
they had 100 incinerators going all at once, all day long, right? 1 times 100. What do you get? There you go. Well, did the Nazi Germans have 100 incinerators running, or did they have like 4?
Right. Oh yeah. Okay.
It doesn't make sense. The numbers, like, unless they were lining up the Jewish people and doing firing squad murders, which they were not doing. They were supposedly putting them in incinerators or gassing them. They literally can't. They literally can't. Oh, okay, one body at a time. How many bodies can you burn? It takes an hour to burn a body. If you stack bodies, it takes even longer.
Yeah. I'm good on the knowing on that because I want to burn my body with liquor.
So I'm just saying, like, it literally, the math, they say that 6 million Jews were killed in Nazi Germany.
Okay.
I don't buy that number at all. And neither do a lot of people like me. We just don't. And also, we don't care because it's the past. And it literally, what we've been lied to so much about the things that have gone on. I mean, purportedly, Hitler survived, got on a U-boat, and went to base 211 in New Schwabenland.
I tried to tell somebody that the other day, and they're like, "No, he was."
No,
They
he
didn't want to
wasn't.
believe it.
No, watch
left.
it. You know what? I have a guy that you could watch, and he really debunks it, dude. I think I have a link on my main channel. Yeah, man, you can check later. And it's a link to a guy, and it's the video in my link. You could go directly to it from there. But Robert Seffer is an anthropologist, and he's a very, very smart man. And he's on YouTube. He actually goes and does premieres like every night, talking about ancient tribal this and goddess and god that. Like, very, very interesting content. He
Wait, what's
told
his
the
name?
story about New Schwabenland, Base 211, and the missing German U-boats. He also told the story about a shopkeeper from Berlin who looked just like Hitler, who actually he signed up to die so that Hitler could get away. They did DNA forensics on skulls and bones that they said belonged to Adolf Hitler. They've never found any conclusive evidence that he died. Period.
Huh. I mean, I believe that. I've
That's
heard
from
it
an
both ways.
anthropologist.
Well, it used to blow me away when, like, the Inquirer back in the day, Hitler dies at 86. You know?
Yeah. And they said it was in at the time, what was it? Something with an A. I can't remember the country. Oh, Argentina, right?
I'm not sure. It was a while back. So,
But that's the only reason. And so that's part of me that I have issues within myself, because I know that the people, the Ashkenazi Jewish people, they would view me as a traitor to their people. But I don't view myself as a Jewish person. I view myself as a white person, because the Ashkenazi Jewish people are European, just like the Spaniards are European. A lot of this new cultural Marxist genealogy, demography, and ethnography that they're teaching people, it teaches people that they're not white when they are. For instance, the Spanish people, they look at the guy on the Tapatio bottle. Do you like Tapatio hot sauce?
I don't do spicy.
Well, he's
What
got
is that?
green eyes.
That's my
Oh.
stupid.
That's
Is that not interesting? The guy on the bottle of the Tapatio has green eyes. Find me a Oaxacan Indian. Find me a Mayan. Find me an Incan that has green eyes. You won't be able to.
Find me a Cyndi Lauper. How about that?
Yeah, he didn't even know. He just learned who Cyndi Lauper was today. I think everybody, Jay the Silencer.
I know Cyndi Lauper for a while. I got a vinyl record. What are you talking about?
Got you. I don't need no Cyndi Lauper. Okay, who do we got here? Hang on, everybody. What do we got?
You know, even from
Hold on.
the worst people on earth, you can learn something interesting. Are either of you familiar with who Dylan Roof is?
Never heard of
I
her.
listen to a lot of rap music. Do
Dylan
you know
Roof-
who
Dylan
Sammy Kobe is?
Dylan Roof is the Charleston church shooter, right? He shot up a church full of black people and he killed 9 black people. The media likes to portray it as a racially motivated attack when it was actually a politically motivated attack. I'm pretty sure he killed like a senator and a congresswoman as well. And that's who he targeted.
I get what you're saying. He went in there for a political
Well, he
agenda.
had a manifesto.
But because he was a white
before he
male,
went in.
they twisted it on the racial end of it.
Well, no, he was
Okay.
very racially motivated, but that was a side. He was more in it for the political thing. But here's the thing about Dylan Roof, is that he had a manifesto, and it's available online if you search thelastRhodesian.net or something like that. I don't remember. But in the manifesto, it talks about Jewish people. And this has often been asked of white separatists, white nationalists, and people like that. Are Ashkenazi Jews white? Right? Well, Dylan Roof says that the Ashkenazi Jews, it's a Jewish identity. It's a white man with a Jewish identity, and he says that once you destroy the Jewish identity of an Ashkenazi Jew, you are just left with a white man. It's very
Here's my
interesting,
thing.
actually.
Here's
And also,
something I have learned.
Norman Lincoln Rockwell, the
Holy
founder of the Ku Klux Klan. No, Norman Lincoln Rockwell, the founder of the Ku Klux Klan, also believed. No, he was the founder of the American Nazi Party, not the Ku Klux Klan. Norman Lincoln Rockwell was asked the same question by a reporter: are Ashkenazi Jews white? And his answer was yes. So that's why a lot of these people, you would think, right, that other white people, if I tell them, like, if they are very strong in their white identity, they believe in racial purity as much as I do, and I say I'm 51% Ashkenazi Jewish, that would turn most people away. They would go, "Oh my God, you're a, you know, like,
No,
you're
I'm
a."
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, they'll puke. They'll go, "You're a mud man. You know, you're a mixed person." But the thing is they don't even know the founders of these beliefs that they hold near and dear to their heart would consider me very, very pure, but they don't see it that way. So I've constantly been having to deal with that struggle too, of explaining to people that Ashkenazi is a Jewish identity. It's not a race. The same as Mexican is not a race. Ashkenazi just means a traveling nomadic.
Spanish is a race. It's a difference. Spanish is a race. Mexican's not.
Well, Spanish is not a race either. Spanish is from Spain, which is also a nation. It's a nationality. Spaniard.
I agree with you on that one. Yes.
Spaniard is European.
That's what she said.
I've been to Spain too. It's a beautiful place. I've traveled the world
to Canada
before.
twice.
You've been there?
Oh, he's been to Canada.
Oh, Canada. Yeah, I've been to Montreal. I went to this one place.
I'll tell you my story. How this reason why I know my girlfriend today too as well. In high school, my mom and aunt want me to go to Canada with them for a summer one time, not summer, spring break. And I got a passport, went to Vancouver, and then we went to Victoria, and we spent some time in the Bushwick Gardens. And then we came back, and then years later, I met my girlfriend, Stephanie, who you see me kissing as a profile picture. I met her October 19th, 2019 for the very first time. And then we spent each other for 3 days. And then I tried to come back to spend time with her for 3 months, maybe 6 months. And they wouldn't let me in because I had a one-way ticket. And they thought I was going to live there. And they thought...
what we thought happened. We were right.
And then they took my documents of my passport and they took it away for the night.
It was epic. They detained him. Where did they fucking stick you? In a hotel for the night?
No, we were in the airport. Me and my girlfriend were in the airport, but we
they wouldn't let him leave. They wouldn't let him leave the airport, and I think they sent him back the next day. Nick, it was fucking awesome, and we were all like, "What the fuck you do wrong?" And I don't think he understood at that point that he needed a round trip ticket.
Hold on, listen to this stuff. So we went to the bar upstairs at the hotel, and this is my second time visiting her, by the way, for the people who aren't listening.
All right, we don't need it to get we're gonna keep it PG here, son.
Yeah. So we went to the bar, had a couple of drinks, and then we had to wait there till 5:50 in the morning. My girl and I had to sleep on one of the those uncomfortable chairs at airports when you had to wait there. And CBSA fucking they told us, hey, okay, it's time. And then me and my girlfriend took the escalator up to where I had an escort, and she was there until as far as she can go. And then they allowed us to spend time with each other for 5 minutes. And then after that, they wanted me to leave. So after that, I was escorted out of Edmonton International Airport by Canadian border service agencies. And they told me to wait here, and it says, if you can somehow, just reapply. Do what you need to do to come back if you're willing to. And this is just only temporary. And sorry, you got denied, sir. And that's what they told me.
That's
so basically, he's got to have a round trip ticket next time, right? Right, Jay?
If I don't want to get caught.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what was your. That was your flag, was the one-way ticket,
Yeah, the second time.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got escorted out to my gate by 2 Canadian women that were police people or whatever the fuck they were. I don't remember. It was embarrassing.
Well, it's all good. You're safe now. You're home. You'll get back up there to see your woman.
Yeah, I just feel bad that she has to be there by herself there, and I can't wait to go back. And now I got paperwork actually, guys. If you want to see it.
No, you don't have to show us.
Show your name.
Yeah, take that down. Get that out of there.
I got paperwork I was denied.
Oh, so basically, in other words, everybody, it's a form he hasn't filled out yet to.
No, it's all filled out.
It's all filled out. So you don't want to show us live on YouTube something filled out with all your stuff.
But that was just only the dates and everything. Nothing was signed or anything.
Gotcha. It's all good. We're gonna protect your identity there, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, it just sucked, man. I'll read it, but I won't show it now. But I'll read what it says.
Just tell us what the title on the top says, what kind of paper it is, and then tell us about it. That's all.
Oh, entry for further examination or admissibility hearing. The following conditions are imposed on your entry. You are required to report further examination on your admissibility hearing and specific befall. You may not engage to work in Canada. You may not attend educational institution in Canada. You must report a person in the officer of the port entry if you are withdraw your application to enter Canada.
Interesting.
And then allowed to leave Canada pursuant to paragraph 421 of Immigration and Refugee Protection Regulations. I'm allowing you to withdraw your application to enter the Canada and leave Canada without delay. The information provided for this form is collected under authority of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Laws for your purpose of you allowing to leave Canada. This information will be stored in Personal Information Bank Number CICU PPU 001.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
System.
Now listen, what I've learned, Jay, is this, and Nick might even know this trick too. You can get into Canada by driving it and you stay longer. You just got to drive there next time. Then there's no airline ticket to screw you over. You know what I mean, buddy?
Right. And if they wanted me to fly, the only thing is, if they want me to fly, I have to apply. And then if the freeway doesn't do it, then I got to pay. Well, not me.
Well, I get what you were doing. I think it was cheaper online to buy one-way tickets, and your intentions were to just purchase a one-way ticket from Canada back to California, but they don't like it like that. They want that return date.
Yeah, I could have done a return date and never come back.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at 2 hours and 10 minutes and 5:35 a.m. on the East Coast, Yeah Man's going to be shutting her down here. So I'd like to thank Nick and Jay and Boss Lady and everybody in the side chat this evening or this morning, wherever you are.
Thanks, Yeah Man.
Oh, anytime, Nick. I appreciate you coming up, and hey, good stream, man. Thank you.
Hey, God bless, dude. I appreciate you.
Have a good night,
you guys. Everybody stay safe, and later, dudes.
Peace.